Devin Haney is just days away from what could be a defining moment in his career. On May 2nd, he'll face the hard-hitting, former unified 140-pound champion, Jose Ramirez, in what promises to be a make-or-break fight at Times Square in New York City. The clock is ticking, and Haney knows that everything he's worked for is hanging by a thread. If he can't bounce back from what many fans consider his second career loss, all the effort he's put into rebuilding himself could be for nothing. The Haney-Ramirez fight isn't just another bout. It's the chief support on the high-profile Ryan Garcia vs. Rolando Raleigh Romero PPV card. The spotlight is big, and the stakes are high. Before that, the night kicks off with a showdown between Teofimo Lopez and Arnold Barboza Jr., setting the tone for what's to come. But as the build-up continues, it's impossible to ignore what's really on the line for Devin Haney. This fight isn't just about a win, there's so much more at stake. A win could lead to a rematch with Ryan Garcia, a fight that fans have been eagerly anticipating. But if he loses, future matchups with fighters like Teofimo Lopez, Ryan Garcia, or even Jaron Ennis suddenly seem much less likely. The damage to his reputation could be irreparable. His popularity might fade, and his career could be on the brink of collapse. Everything Devin has worked toward could crumble. In a move that's raised some eyebrows, Haney has added Shane Mosley to his team as a new coach, seemingly in a last-ditch effort to find the edge he's been missing. It's a bold move, but many question if it's enough to truly make a difference. The truth is, Bill Haney, Devin's father, remains the lead trainer, so it's unclear how much influence Mosley will really have in this corner. Even with Mosley's legendary experience, it's not clear how he can fix the one glaring flaw in Haney's game: his vulnerability to punches. No matter how sharp the advice Mosley offers, Haney will still be exposed to Ramirez's devastating power when the former champion lands those heavy shots. At just 26 years old, Haney is still a young fighter, but he's coming off a loss to Ryan Garcia last April that many consider a major setback. Garcia dominated Haney in their fight, dropping him 7 times, with the referee only counting 3 of those knockdowns. It was a one-sided affair that left Haney looking out of his depth. The fight should have been stopped after the 7th round, but Haney kept pushing forward, hoping to prove he could take on someone like Garcia. That loss has left scars, both physically and mentally, and now Haney has to rebuild everything: his confidence, his reputation, and his career. A loss to Ramirez would be disastrous for a fighter already struggling to regain his footing. Bill Haney, Devin's father and trainer, has always been outspoken, but even he can't seem to hide his concerns this time. They tried to gang up on us. They thought we were stupid, that we'd just lie down and take whatever they threw at us, Bill told Daz in Boxing. They slipped up, though. They missed something important. We picked that up, made another move. We're showing them what we've got over here. Yeah. Surprise! Bill's words are a far cry from the confident, brash tone he used to have before. There's an underlying sense of worry in his voice. He knows what's at stake. If Devin doesn't win this fight, it could mean the end of the road for their dreams of living in the beautiful Platinum Triangle neighborhoods of Bel Air, Beverly Hills, and Holmby Hills. The life they've worked so hard to build could be gone in an instant. The Haney camp is fighting with everything they have, but there's no denying that the pressure is mounting. They've brought in Mosley to try and give Devin an edge. But is it enough? Will the new addition to the team help Devin find the resolve and resilience needed to take down someone like Ramirez? The weight of expectation is heavy, and the countdown to the fight is ticking faster with every passing day. The intensity of the build-up to this fight is undeniable. Haney's camp is doing everything they can to ensure Devin comes into the ring prepared, but there's something about the shadow of that Garcia defeat that looms large. People don't forget a loss like that, and it's not just about the result, it's about the way Haney looked in the ring. There was no denying that Garcia was the better fighter that night. Devin has been hit with the harsh reality that, in the world of boxing, one bad night can change everything. Fans have already started to question if he has what it takes to compete at the highest level. This fight against Ramirez is a chance to silence those doubts, but it's also his last shot at redemption. Ramirez, on the other hand, is coming into this fight with a wealth of experience and a reputation for devastating power. He knows how to impose his will on his opponents and has a history of breaking them down both physically and mentally. He's been in the ring with some of the best, including former champions, and he knows how to handle pressure. Ramirez is no stranger to the spotlight, and unlike Haney, he hasn't shown any signs of cracking under the pressure of big moments. His confidence heading into this fight is palpable, and he's fully aware that a win over Haney would be a major statement, one that would put him back in the conversation as one of the best in the division. As the fight approaches, the tension between the two fighters continues to build. Haney's camp knows that Ramirez is a dangerous opponent, but they also believe that Devin's speed, technique, and footwork are enough to neutralize Ramirez's power. They know they'll have to move fast, stay on their toes, and avoid getting caught by the heavier punches that Ramirez will be throwing. The problem is that Haney's chin has always been his Achilles heel. Ramirez has the kind of power that could exploit that weakness, and Devin will need to be on top of his game like never before to avoid getting caught in those dangerous exchanges. The fight will come down to which fighter can impose their game plan first. Haney will have to prove that he can handle the heat in the middle of the ring, something that was in question after the Garcia fight. Ramirez is not the type of fighter to back down, and he'll be looking to make a statement early. If Haney can weather the early storm, he might have a chance to take control of the fight in the later rounds. But if Ramirez lands clean, it could be lights out for Haney. The uncertainty surrounding Haney's ability to take a punch only adds to the drama of the fight, with fans on the edge of their seats, unsure of how it will play out. For Devin Haney, this fight isn't just about the money, the fame, or the belts. It's about proving to himself and to the world that he's more than the fighter who crumbled under the lights against Ryan Garcia. This is his moment to reassert his place in the boxing world and show everyone that he has the heart, the skill, and the resilience to overcome the odds. It's a make-or-break moment, and the pressure couldn't be higher. He's fighting not just for his career, but for his legacy. If he loses, it will be impossible to ignore the reality that his trajectory in boxing may have reached its peak. But if he wins, the possibilities are endless.